So do you also regularly post blogs on your WordPress account, and do you also want to notify your LinkedIn audience whenever you publish a new blog? Then give me 10 minutes and I'll show you how to do this. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to automatically post new blog updates to LinkedIn from WordPress. So like you, I also regularly post blogs on my WordPress account, and now what I want is that as soon as we receive a new blog published from our WordPress account, I want to notify my audience on LinkedIn so that we can gain more engagement on our blog. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between WordPress and LinkedIn, and we're going to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language using an amazing automation software which is Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to come with me towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. In this video I'll show you how to automatically share new blog posts from WordPress to LinkedIn automatically. So each time you publish a new article, the post title, link and a short description will be shared on your LinkedIn profile or the company's page, keeping your network updated and driving more traffic to your site. So let's automate this process and save time and stay consistent. Alright, so let's see how we can connect WordPress and LinkedIn using Pabbly Connect, which is an easy to use automation tool that requires no coding language. So we are going to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language. How? For that you have to watch this tutorial till the end. So to do this, I'm just going to simply open a new tab. And after opening the new tab, we have to look for pabbly.com/connect, which is going to open the landing page of Pabbly Connect. And after opening the landing page of Pabbly Connect, over here we're just going to get two options. But before we move on further, I'll just show you something really helpful. This is Pabbly Community, where automation users, marketers, and business owners connect. It's a space where users share ideas, solutions, and workflow tips. If you are stuck at any step, the community is a great resource for guidance. And to join this community, we have attached the link in the description box below. Make sure to check it out. Now I'm just going to open the landing page of Pabbly Connect, and over here we're just going to create a connection between WordPress and LinkedIn using this amazing tool only, which is named Pabbly Connect. That's the reason that we have opened the landing page of Pabbly Connect only, and over here we're just going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can simply click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here, I'm an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this button which says sign in. And once I'm just going to click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over here going to see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications, that too without knowing any programming or coding language. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account. And after clicking on this access now, it is going to open the dashboard of my Pabbly Connects account. And to get started, I'm simply going to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me to select the workflow builder. So over here we have two options. The new workflow builder is faster, more flexible, and ideal for those who want a modern interface. The classic builder, on the other hand, is perfect for users who prefer a stable and a tried and tested setup. I'm just going to use the new one, and over here it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here on my dashboard, you can see that I've already created multiple folders in which I save my workflows. If you want to create a new folder, you can go towards this create new folder button and create your own. I'm just going to save my workflow in one of these only, which is automations. And now I'm just going to name my workflow as this, which says automatically post new blog updates to LinkedIn from WordPress. And then I'm just going to simply click on this button which says create. And once I'm just going to click on this create, it is going to open the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. So the trigger starts the process while the action plugins are the result for the same. So for example, I want that whenever we're going to publish a new blog on our WordPress, I want to automatically share that same on my LinkedIn. So the trigger will be WordPress right over here and the action will be LinkedIn. So yes, we are going to create this automation. For that, we have to simply set up the trigger and then we're just going to move on towards this action. So I'm just going to go towards this add trigger in order to set up my trigger application. So I'm just going to click on this add trigger button right over here, and now over here it is going to ask me to select the trigger application. So as I've mentioned, it is WordPress. So I'm simply going to search for WordPress right over here and then I'm just going to simply select it. And after selecting the trigger application, I'm simply going to select the trigger event. So I want that whenever we're going to post a new blog on our WordPress, this workflow should get triggered. So I'm just going to select the event as new blog published and click on this connect. Now it is giving me a webhook URL in order to create a connection between WordPress and Pabbly Connect. So what I'm just going to do is I'm simply going to copy this webhook URL, then I'm just going to open the dashboard of my WordPress account. And now from the left side of the bar, we have to go towards this plugins and then towards this add plugins. And what we have to do is we have to add a plugin in our WordPress account, which is WP Webhooks. So you simply have to add this plugin in your WordPress account, and after you add this plugin, you have to go towards this installed plugin from the left side of the bar and you have to activate this plugin. So it is really important that you add the plugin and activate the plugin. I have already installed this plugin and activated it, so I'm just going to first show you it. So I'm just going to open my installed plugins and look for WP Webhooks right over here, and as you can see that I have already activated and installed this plugin right over here. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to go towards this settings and then WP Webhooks from here, and after coming over here towards this WP Webhooks, we have to go towards this send data. And once we go towards this send data, what we have to do is we have to go towards this left side of the bar after coming over here towards this send data, and over here in the section of this WordPress, we have to look for post created and go towards this post created. And what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to click on this add webhook URL. I'm just going to name my webhook. Let's say I'm just going to name it as new post. Now for the webhook URL, I'm just going to simply paste the URL which we copied from the workflow and click on this add for post create. And once I'm just going to click on this add for post create, yes, you can see that we have successfully added this new webhook URL named new post. Now I'm just going to go towards this three dots and then towards this settings. And now what we have to do is we have to trigger on selected post type only. So this is post, so I'm just going to simply select post right over here, and for the post status, I'm just going to simply select it as published. So you have to keep in mind that you have to select post right over here and publish right over here, because this is clearly mentioned in the help text that select the post from the trigger on selected post type settings and select publish from the trigger on initial post status change settings. So now after setting this, what is going to happen is that whenever a new post is published, then only Pabbly is going to capture the webhook response and trigger this workflow. Alright, so I'm just going to save this settings right from here. I'm just going to scroll and click on this save settings, and with this it is saying settings saved. And with this we have successfully created a connection between WordPress and Pabbly Connect. And now it is saying waiting for a webhook response. So I'm just going to do the test submission. For that, I'm just going to open my WordPress account, and now from here we are just going to go towards this dashboard of my WordPress account. And now I'm just going to open the post section of my WordPress account, and from here we have to go towards this add post because we are just going to create a new post. For that, I'm just going to enter the title and the post content right over here. And as you can see that we have successfully entered the post title and the content. And now I'm just going to simply click on this publish, and I'm just going to publish this post. Alright, so for that, I'm just going to simply click on this button which says publish. And once I'm just going to click on this publish, yes, you can see that we have successfully posted this post or published this post. Over here is the post permalink too. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to open my workflow, and we're going to see that 1 second ago Pabbly has captured the response, and we're going to see all the details. I'm just going to show you all the details. We're going to see that this is the same post title. I'm just going to move on further. We're going to see all the post details, be it the title, description, or the post link. So yes, now using these details only, I'm just going to notify my audience on LinkedIn about the new post. to gain engagement. So to do this, I'm just going to add action step right over here. And now for the action application, as I've mentioned earlier, I'm just going to select it as LinkedIn. So I'm just going to search for LinkedIn and select it. And now for the action event, I'm just going to simply select it as share a simple text, because I want to share a simple text where I want to notify them about the new post published on my WordPress account. So I'm simply going to go towards this connect, and now in order to connect this LinkedIn, I'm just going to go towards this add a new connection and then connect with LinkedIn. And once you go towards this connect with LinkedIn, Pabbly is going to ask you to enter the LinkedIn credentials, and once you enter the credentials of your account, automatically your LinkedIn account will be connected. I've already connected my LinkedIn account, so I'm simply going to go towards this select existing connection and then save. And now we have successfully connected this LinkedIn account, and now it is asking me to select the author, so I'm simply going to select it right over here, and now it is asking me for the content. So it is saying enter the text content to be shared on the profile. So yes, I'm just going to enter the post content right over here, and now you can see that I've successfully entered the post content. Over here, I'm just going to enter the title of the post and the permalink. Alright, so what I'm just going to do is I'm simply going to enter the title, but we are not going to enter the title manually by typing it like this, but instead I'm just going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected WordPress as our trigger application. So we are simply going to map the details from the response of a trigger application only. So I'm simply going to map this title right over here, and as soon as I'm just going to map, all of these details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So I'm simply going to map the title, and then I'm just going to map the post link right over here, which is the permalink. So I'm just going to look for the permalink, and then I'm just going to simply map it. So as you can see that with this, we have successfully entered the post content, and now we're just going to move on further. It is saying visibility. So for that, I'm just going to keep it as public and click on this save and send test request. And once I'm just going to click on this save and send test request, we have received the positive response that we have successfully posted this on our LinkedIn. So I'm just going to open my LinkedIn, and I'm just going to refresh it right from here. And once we're just going to refresh it, yes, you can see a new post has been posted on my LinkedIn. Over here it is saying new blog published by Pabbly. We are excited to share our latest article. Over here is the title. It is saying it's packed with valuable insights and practical strategies that can make a real difference in how to work and grow. If you have been looking for ways to streamline your process, boost productivity, or simple stay ahead, this post is for you. Over here is the post link and the rest of the hashtags too. So yes, you can see that we have successfully posted a new post on our LinkedIn whenever a new post was published on WordPress. So we have simply notified our audience on LinkedIn that we have posted a new blog. So yes, now with this, we have successfully completed our workflow, but now I'm just going to test this workflow in real time. For that, I'm just going to open my WordPress, and I'm just going to go towards this add post. And now after posting this post, we're just going to check that if my audience on LinkedIn is notified about the new blog published or not. So for that, I'm just going to simply enter the title and the description right over here. So yes, you're going to see that I've successfully entered these details, and now I'm just going to post this blog on my WordPress. And once I'm just going to click on this publish button right over here, with this, we have successfully posted a new blog on our WordPress account. And now what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to open my LinkedIn, and I'm just going to check for the new post posted. For that, I'm just going to refresh it right from here. And once I'm just going to refresh it, yes, you can see that within seconds and in real time, a new post has been posted on my LinkedIn. Yes, you can see only the title and the post link has been changed right over here. The rest of the details are exactly the same. So yes, with this, we have successfully completed our workflow, and we have also tested it in real time, and it is running perfectly fine. So without knowing any programming or coding language, we have successfully created a connection between WordPress and LinkedIn in such a way that whenever a new blog is going to be published on my WordPress account, automatically my audience on LinkedIn will be notified. All of this is going to happen in backend. We don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. We just have to sit back and relax. So yes, now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. So now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.